we can transition now to talking a little bit about the AFC. We'll preview the NFC next week before the NFL season. Maybe we'll we'll wait till the first game on Thursday and then react to that, plus delve into the NFC, the conference our favorite teams reside in. So we'll have a lot to say there. But the AFC, I'll say right off the bat here, is certainly the better conference this year, the better conference for the past few years. If you look at the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL, I think at least 6 or 7 of them are in the AFC. Where in the NFC, it's only Rodgers, Brady, and maybe that's
Stafford.
Maybe, I guess Stafford cracks the top 10 there. They're at 10. But, that's literally it for the NFC.
Yeah, Russell Wilson left, so
Russell Wilson's gone, all that. So the AFC is dominant this year. It is going to be tightly contested in a lot of the divisions. And it's going to be hard to know who the best team is because you have teams like the Chiefs, you have the Bills. People think that, the Broncos can take a big leap with Wilson this year. The Ravens, the team that made it to the Super Bowl, I didn't even say, in the Bengals. So there are plenty of teams contending at the top of the AFC. Who do you think is going to be the best coming into the season and why?
In the AFC, the best team coming in, or I think will have the best year?
I think the number one team in the power rankings right now. Let's talk about now.
That's really tough, actually. I would want to say the Chiefs, but they did lose Tyreek Hill. I'm not really going to bet against Andy Reid and Mahomes. They have a really good team. They do play in the toughest division now in the NFL. I would say either the Chiefs or the Bills. I would say the Bills probably actually are the best team coming in. Bills and then Chiefs probably my top 2 teams. Because the Bills almost dethroned the Chiefs last divisional. They did lose, but
I forgot about that game.
That was a crazy game.
Was the thing?
Yeah. Definitely the Bills are the best team.
The Bills certainly have to contend with a much worse division. They're going to be playing New England twice, the Jets twice, and depending on what you think about Miami, they should be able to. They should be able to go 6-0 against them, against those teams. Maybe the Dolphins get one, but those other teams are not very good. So they have a chance to dominate their division and get 5 or 6 free wins. The Chiefs are going to be dealing with Justin Herbert. They're dealing with Wilson. The Raiders made the playoffs last year. So they have a much tougher path just in terms of already the teams they're going to have to face built into their division. I really like the Chiefs this year. I'm a Mahomes hype beast, a fan. I drafted him during his breakout year in fantasy, so that now I've become invested in his career going forward. I think that Tyreek Hill, I don't want to say doesn't matter, but he doesn't matter to the success
he matters.
Of Patrick Mahomes.
All right, come on. He matters a little bit.
He doesn't matter. When in the history of the NFL have we seen a wide receiver make or break a Super Bowl team? When? Give me proof, and I'll back off this take. Prove it to me right now.
Cooper Kupp. Last year.
Okay, that is a great answer to that question.
That was the first one that popped in my mind. He was crazy good last year.
But
he was always
I will argue that the presence of Stafford on that team, the quarterback, which I don't have to convince you is a 200 times more important than a wide receiver.
Obviously.
He shows up to the Rams and they win immediately. So I'm canceling that. I'm proving that Stafford is the reason why they won the Super Bowl, not Cooper Kupp.
Well, Cooper Kupp did win Super Bowl MVP.
Because they made the Super Bowl with Cooper Kupp. They made the Super Bowl with Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
They made it with Jared Goff.
But
they didn't win.
I mean, I think it matters a little bit. I do think going from – come on, you can't say that going from Tyreek Hill to Juju as your best receiver does – come on, that makes your team a little worse. Obviously, I'm not saying the Chiefs are bad. They're going to be a playoff team. We get that. But, I mean, their defense is fine. But Tyreek Hill, he was kind of the big bailout. I mean, think about it, Will. If Mahomes didn't have Tyreek in that Super Bowl, he would have lost. He bailed them out on 3rd and 18. Tyreek has always been there to bail him out.
Sure, I mean, we could play the what-if game, but
yeah,
the only reason Mahomes ever did some of the crazy things he did was because he knew Tyreek was an option. Now, if you take that away, I mean, sure, you could think that that's going to be a big factor, but Mahomes doesn't need to run around for 18 seconds and then throw it and then just get, some lucky catch from Tyreek. They don't need to run plays like that anymore. They have the opportunity to, not rely on that and go sink into a more, disciplined and, I guess sharpened offense. Kelsey's still there. Juju, I think people, first of all, he's overhated because of social media. That's number
sucks,
one.
Though. I don't
Number
think
two,
he's that good.
He's had success in the NFL with Big Ben on the last legs of his career, falling apart on the field, literally falling apart. and he's been decent. Now he gets what I think is the best quarterback in the NFL as his QB to have a chance to have an unbelievable year. We debated talking about fantasy here for a second. I think Juju's a great fantasy pick. I haven't picked him yet in a league, but
I don't think I have him either.
I think having him at the value that he's going for, he could be insane this year as a wide receiver one. He could be a top 10 wide receiver in fantasy with Patrick Mahomes. There's a chance that could happen. So I just think it doesn't matter. Tyreek Hill's great. He's going to make Tua better, but Patrick Mahomes is the reason why they could win the Super Bowl.
Wait, hold on. So are you picking the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl? Is that your pick already?
No, I'm not.
Do you think they're coming out of the
that.
conference?
I think they are a top 3 contending team. I'll say that.
I will. When we get into divisions, I have a sneaky team that I think from the AFC that nobody's talking about that I think can win and make the Super Bowl.
Okay,
we'll get into that. We'll get into that later.
If this was an on-air show, we would go to break right now, and that'd be a good teaser.
Yeah. But all right, well, so enough with the Chiefs. So you said the Chiefs were your best team, or the Bills? We both agreed with that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start with the divisions now. So we know that the Chiefs and Bills are going to be forces this year, but the AFC is so tough. Will, honestly, an 11-win season might be like the best team like this year. Like every team might be jumbled between like 9 and 11 or 12 wins. We might not see a true dominant team this year just because of the nature of the conference. And we've seen that a lot in the NBA. Like, remember, like all these teams, like remember the Western Conference, all these teams won 50 games and it was all jumbled up. There was no real like top team until you got to the playoffs. But enough with the NBA. We had a long Mitchell talk before. AFC East, pretty obvious. This division. People tell me it's really good, but I see 1.5 good teams. I see 1.5 good teams with my eyes, and the 1.5 good teams is the Bills, and we'll say the Dolphins are the second best team.
Yeah.
But now, will the Jets actually be better than the Patriots? Because every Jets fan I talk to says they're going to beat the Patriots, and the Patriots are finishing last. And I just can't buy that with Bill Belichick still as the coach. The Patriots are going to stomp the Jets when they play them. It does not matter who is on the Jets roster. They could have Patrick Mahomes, and the Patriots will still win against them. It's just the nature. Belichick hates the Jets. The Jets, a 6-win season, 7-win season, that's kind of a success for them compared to previous years. And everyone obviously doesn't think the Patriots are that good. Mac Jones is a better quarterback than Zach Wilson and maybe even Tua as of right now. How about that? They really might have the second best quarterback in this division, but not much else. Not a great offense, shaky defense. It's going to be them and the Jets competing for the bottom of this division.
Yeah, the race to the bottom is more competitive than the race to the top. We think the Bills are going to come out and just be the best team easily. Who's going to be the worst team? I don't know. I think that the Jets roster is better than the Patriots roster. But when you look at the history of the franchises, your points
and the
to
coach
Belichick and everything,
and the quarterback,
it does point to the Patriots being a little bit better. Obviously, we don't know what to expect from Zach Wilson this year. If you're a Jets fan, you have no choice but to think he's going to be good. So, yeah, I think they'll split with the Patriots. They seem to every year. Both these teams are really bad.
Actually, they haven't beaten the Pats since, 2015, I read somewhere.
Really? I feel like they get
this could be their year
to splitting with them every year.
No, they always come close to winning one of the games, and then they lose. That's what happens.
Yeah. Okay, I do think the Jets... I think the Jets can win 6 games. I think that's their ceiling.
I think their ceiling's 8 games. I see Joel from Pick a Side saying they're to go 9-8. I don't agree with that, but
I don't. I think their ceiling is 6 games. Will the Patriots win 7? I feel like that's a lot for them. I don't know. I feel like these teams are so equal in terms of their win totals. I'll go and say that the Jets are going to win one more game than the Patriots. I think the Patriots will be bad enough.
I agree with that.
To be the last team. But it will be close, and it would not surprise me if the Jets were worse.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you the Jets win total right now is provided by FanDuel Sportsbook. We are not sponsored, but I would love a sponsorship.
Well, hit our line.
So the Jets are over 5.5 wins is minus 145 right now. I mean, I think that's a fair bet. I think if you really think they're going to win 6 games or more, then you obviously take the bet. But they could. I mean, Zach Wilson, he almost got hurt in preseason. So, what if he gets hurt again?
Well, he did get hurt in preseason.
Well, he did. I'm saying, long-term injury. So, if he misses half the regular season, let's say, they're going to be a 2-win team. They're going to be having to trot out Mike White and Joe Flacco again.
Well, hold on. Actually, I don't know if that's true. Because Zach Wilson is better than those quarterbacks, but at this point, we don't know how much better he is.
So we're going to find out.
I think their win total is locked in no matter what. I think if they're a good enough team to win 6 games, they'll win 6 games whether they have Zach Wilson or Flacco. If Zach Wilson's great, then they can move beyond that. Then they can be better. But I think their weapons, their defense, everything, it locks them into a 5 or 6 win team.
All right, this is crazy surprising. So guess what the Patriots win total is?
3.5.
I'm shocked by this number. No, it's 8.5.
What?
They think the Patriots are going to win 9 games this year. They think they're basically saying they're going to be the second best team in this division. I mean, Vegas knows more than us. That's a weird number. I think I might have to bet the under on that. I don't think they're going to win 9 games.
I literally picked 4 games just now. So
yeah, dude, literally to lose the bet, they have to go over 500. And we don't think they're an over 500 team.
That's a good bet. All people out there.
The Dolphins win total is 8.5, also minus 135, and I don't like that either because I think Miami is a much better team than New England and the Jets right now. With all their offseason additions, we saw them add Tyreek, obviously the big splash. They got a left tackle, Armstead, even though it doesn't really matter because Tua's a lefty. So I guess you don't really need a left tackle, but nevertheless, it's still an O-line player. They added running backs. Their defense is good. I'm really disappointed Brian Flores really never got to shine with this team again after getting fired because he really made them a fun team to watch, those last couple of years. And now it's a new rookie. It's a rookie coach. Tua's second year, maybe his make or break, or first full year, maybe a make or break year for him. Everyone has doubts of his throwing ability. I don't know. I don't think the Dolphins are a 9-8 football team. I think they're like a 7-win team. I think I could see after the Bills, I could see all 3 of these teams finishing 7-10. I think that's pretty fair. Or New England maybe 6-11, but you get the point.
Yeah, the Patriots and Jets are on a closer plane than they are Definitely. With Miami, for sure.
Yeah, I think Miami, if they really had Brian Flores as their coach, I think they could really make a playoff push and win 10 games. Because I think he was that good, and their defense was electric that one year. But I don't think he liked Tua that much. I think that's why the front office let him go. Really unfortunate because he was on his way to becoming an elite coach.
All right, let's move to the AFC
North.
Hold on.
So the rundown, so we both agree that it's going to be Bills, Dolphins, Jets, Patriots, the AFC East.